So part 2 in my transition component series is the transition entry. So we talked about the exit, which means getting off the target as quickly as we possibly can. Now we want to also be aware of how cleanly and how precisely we can actually enter the target. By entering the target, I mean our vision spots the next spot ahead of the gun, and we'll get into this a little bit later about how close the gun should be. But for now, our vision hits the spot that we're looking at, our gun comes over, and as soon as the gun touches that spot or right around that spot, we fire. That's the intention as much as possible. So on at real-time speed, it looks like this. So I look and I come over and I press the trigger. Look, press the trigger. As we get better at this, the gun and the eyes end up being closer together. Talk about that later. So the way we set this entry drill up is I start aimed on one target and looking at the target that I want to bring the gun onto. On the beep, we bring the gun over, and as soon as we see the streak of the dot, the flash of the fiber, or a glimpse of the sight picture, we fire. So it looks like this. All right, as soon as I see that tiny dot touch the target, I'm pressing the trigger. A lot of times you'll see something like this from people. Right? What happens is the gun is already getting there and stopped, and we're waiting to press the trigger. That's what we call overconfirmation, and that could be a couple of things. Usually it's your mind trying to control things, or you cannot process the information fast enough to be able to understand that the dot or the sights are where you want them to be. And that's a problem that kind of works together. Your brain might hold you back because of some feelings that you might have, or the processing ability isn't brought up enough to be able to see that. So if you're processing, those things work hand in hand. So the more you stretch your processing ability, the better off you're going to be able to react to what's happening there and not feel overwhelmed by it. So that's component 2. Give that a try. Share it with someone who you think would like it.